In today's video, I am going to teach you how to use Air product reviews. The goal of this walkthrough is to show you how to get started with Air, find the option to add a product, and fill out the product form so you can submit a review or product entry with confidence. First, you will go to your Apps area. On your screen, look for the section that lists the applications you have access to. This is usually labeled something like Apps, Applications, or a grid of icons. Take a moment to make sure you are in the correct place, because the Air option will be listed among your available applications there. Once you are viewing the Apps screen, you are ready to open Air. Next, click Air. When you do this, Air should open in a new window, or change the content on the page to show Air's workspace. If you have multiple accounts or workspaces, ensure you are in the right one before continuing. This matters because the product review you create will be associated with the active area you are using inside Air. After you see the Air interface load, you can move to the next action. Now you will click Add. This is typically a button near the top, often labeled Add, New, or Create. Since the instruction specifically says to click Add, pay attention to that exact label. Clicking Add is what tells Air that you want to create a new product entry, instead of editing something that already exists. When you select it, you should see a form appear or a panel slide onto the screen. That is the signal that you are ready for the product details. As soon as the product form appears, you will fill up product form. Start by reading everything at the top of the form so you understand what information Air is expecting. Then, go field by field. Enter the product information carefully and exactly as it is required. If the form includes prompts or guidance text, use that to understand what each field is asking for. Filling it out accurately is important because it controls how the product appears later, and it ensures your product review is linked to the correct item. As you work through the form, take your time with entries that require specific formats, such as drop-down selections, categories, or any fields that do not accept free text. For example, if there is a choice list, select the option that matches your product the closest. If there are text fields, double-check spelling and clarity. Good formatting and clear information reduce confusion and make the review easier to understand for other users. If the form has sections, move through them in order. This helps prevent missed fields. For each section, confirm that you have entered all required details before you move on. If anything looks optional, you can still include helpful information if it is relevant, but only where it fits the form's purpose. The key step here is that you should fill up the product form completely according to the form's fields. Once you have filled in all the required information, review the entries you typed. Scan back through the form from top to bottom and confirm there are no blank required fields. This quick check helps you catch mistakes early, before you submit or proceed. When you are satisfied, you can continue with whatever Air offers next in the process, based on the form's layout. At this point, you have completed the essential workflow. You went to Apps, opened Air, clicked Add, and filled up the product form. That is the foundation you need before any product review content can be properly attached to the correct product record. That covers everything you need to know.